All right, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, the number one podcast in Raider Nation. I'm your host, Kenny Stapler, joined tonight by
your boy Che,
Big Kane from Undisclosed Presidents. What's happening, baby?
Yeah. Bobby Wasabi.
Be sure to like and subscribe to the show on YouTube and or leave a review for us on your podcast service of choice. It helps us out tremendously. Once again, big thank you to everyone that's been donating and subscribing. Shout out to Daryl Padilla, Mark Soto, and C. John Fish. If you'd like to donate to the show, head over to paypal.me/PJ4F or via the cash icon in the YouTube chat if you're watching live. And while you're at it, make sure you visit onnationfanwear.com for the greatest gear in the nation, the Raider Nation. There is only one nation, onnationfanwear.com. Let's get this thing cracking by cracking open some cold ones. All right, boys, let the pillagers at home know exactly what you're drinking and what you've been.
So me and Bobby had gone on a roll of these Hen House Brewing Co. beers, so I had to break another one out. I got that Project Azorian. This is a Mexican hot chocolate inspired pastry stout. All right. Damn. That's there right there. Okay. And this is a little collabo with Seismic as well. Seismic Brewing. So give it a little crack there. And let's get the pour.
Damn, that looks dark, bro.
It looked like a Dr. Pepper, bro.
Ooh, that look like coffee. That look like coffee. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this bad boy's coming in at 10.5 on the ABV. So I won't be drinking too many of these. Oh yeah, that's there. Potent. This isn't nothing to mess with. Definitely there. There's the chocolate's strong. Mexican chocolate's there. So you know if anyone's had the abuelita chocolate, it has a little bit of cinnamon in it. You got a little bit of cinnamon flavor there, a little bit of vanilla, and it says that it has chili peppers. There's maybe a little hint of it on the end, but it's not like super overpowering. It's not something that you're gonna notice right away. This is good, man. I mean, Hen House has not let me down since I started purchasing their beers. Those brews have come through in the clutch, and I'm definitely a fan. So shout out to Hen House for coming through with another good one right here. This is a stout right here. And it's probably not the weather for a stout, but it's still good because I got it ice cold. I took it out the freezer.
Yeah, that Hen House, they do a lot of small batches, man. That's why they have a lot of good tasting beers, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got that the Almanac Beer Company, The Future is Fluid. It's actually a 6.0, and I reviewed this, and I remembered the percentage this time because I couldn't find it last time. But it is a tasty West Coast IPA, and as you can see, it's not super cloudy. It's a little clear, and it's actually pretty damn smooth, which is like, that 6.0. So pretty damn good. Like
there it. There you go.
All right, tonight we got a big show for you guys. We got some training camp updates. We got the news on the stadium completion. Devontae Booker to temporary IR. I'm sure you've heard about it. We'll talk about that a little bit. And the ensuing Jeremy Hill signing. Foster Moreau being named a breakout prospect by ESPN this week. Of course, we'll revisit the GROAT bracket and finish up round one before we turn it back over to you. And we have what you guys have been waiting for, the art giveaway, original portrait painting of Bo Jackson by your boy Che. We'll be giving that away tonight. Everybody did a great job with their entries. Got a lot of entries. And we're going to be giving that away. But you got to stay tuned to find out who won. Of course, that's a teaser. We're not going to do that at the top of the show. That would just be way too easy. Let's move on to let's get right into it, guys. Let's hit these training camp updates first and foremost.
Yeah.
Before I send this over to Che, nobody's opted out yet. We've had 0 players opt out for personal reasons yet. I want to be surprised if that happens. We're talking about earlier how deep this roster is. It's going to have to be deep. Every roster this year is going to have to be deep, and we'll see how it goes. You're seeing The MLB is starting to have a lot of issues right now. The NBA, really no issues. Where does the NFL fall? Is it somewhere in between? Is it going to lean more one way or the other? It's not really in a bubble. We still don't have a definitive answer on fans attending games, if it's going to be a la carte, if they're going to pick and choose teams, or if it's going to be a widespread policy and how that's going to go. A lot of frustration, not just amongst fans, but amongst owners. You guys heard what Mark Davis had to say last week, so on and so forth. So just throwing that out there, and watch the press conference. I think the introductory press conference with John Gruden about training camp, and he seems really pissed off about COVID-19. That's all I know. But let me hand this over to Che. Che's got some updates on some of the newest players to join the Silver and Black and how they're fitting in at training camp.
Yeah, man. So most importantly, obviously, we have a lot of new players. There's been some videos of Damon Arnett out there training, and a lot of the newcomers getting out there, getting their work in. But most importantly, the two offensive weapons that were drafted to help complete our wide receiver group, okay, in Ruggs and Brian Edwards. These guys are impressing teammates, man. So first and foremost, they're fitting in nicely. Ruggs, we all know, had the accident in the offseason where he was helping his buddy move. He was recently interviewed, and they were talking about that and how his recovery had come along. He actually said that, obviously he thought the worst, right? Right at the beginning, he thought the worst. But then the doctor kind of gave him the, you're good to go. You're going to be good to go. Everything's going to be all right. You're going to recover. And you're going to be back to full strength. And so that kind of hindered him in his off-season workouts. He wasn't able to complete. He wasn't able to compete and be out there with all the other guys early on. But once he finally got out there, he's getting acclimated, and teammates around him are impressed and very, very. They're feeling very positive about his addition to this team, right? So, one of the other things that was mentioned too is that his relationship with Josh Jacobs. He was talking a little bit about his relationship with Josh Jacobs and how that's helped him. Having a friendship that pre-exists since they were at Alabama, he feels like that's helped him quite a bit because he knows it's somebody that's going to keep it real with him, but he's also kind of reassured him in his abilities, man. So he's going out there, he's getting after it. One of the veterans that was quoted in terms of how he was feeling towards both Brian Edwards and Henry Ruggs was Derek Carrier, and he basically said, "Hey, man, Henry and Brian, they look great." He's like, their ability to contribute right away is very clear, and I'm so excited to see them on the field. This draft class definitely has the ability to do some serious work in its first year. So that's exciting, man. That's a long time vet. Derek Carrier is no joke. He's he's not nobody, bro. He's been in the game for a while. He's been contributing to this team recently as well. So that's somebody you can trust his words. And the last thing he said is Ruggs is as advertised, man. He's like, he's so fast, it's unbelievable. So I can't wait to see this dude and see actual clips of him getting down the field, breaking away from players. That's going to be fantastic. And the last word on Brian Edwards actually came from Ruggs himself. Ruggs was like, he's impressive, man. He's big. He's a physical receiver, and he's definitely going to be special. So if we get what we expected when we saw these guys drafted, I think it's going to be an immediate turnaround in terms of the production for this wide receiver group. Obviously, everything's always pending on injury. And, of course, with this COVID-19 thing, we just don't know what's going to happen. So everybody keep your fingers crossed and hope that we get to see these boys on the field and that they do what we want them to do, which is go out there and change this offense for the better.
All right. Great coverage there, Che. Thank you very much. Let's turn this over to Bobby now. He's going to check in with us on the stadium completion progress and just exactly where that juggernaut's at.
It is basically done and complete. They're taking down the fences already as we speak. So this is going to be basically right now where you'll be able to walk up onto the steps and to be able to take a picture right next to Allegiant Stadium. And I can't wait to do it, honestly, dude. They still haven't announced when they're going to make the official handing over of the keys. They still have to make a whole ceremony about that type of deal. But it's there already. It's done. The only thing that I said that I got to do a couple more things is, the small minor details. So like some of the clubhouses, couple layers of paint, maybe some dishes or whatever. But basically everything is done and set and good to go. As far as what's going to happen with fans in the stands, we already know that Mark Davis said that he ain't going to be there because nobody else is going to be allowed. And he'd rather not have anybody because why have a giant lottery where, Che, who sits right next to me, doesn't get to go, yet I get to go. So if anything, I admire what Mark Davis is doing right there, because it's definitely hard to be like, well, that guy paid more money, so sorry, Che, you get booted out or whatever the hell, so it's done and good to go, and can't wait to get there next year. And from what Mark Davis was saying, it's going to be a opening 2.0, and it doesn't really matter because it's still going to be fresh and good to go for me, and kind of interested to see what's going on in those bathrooms, honestly. I know that trough ain't there no more, but just trying to see what's going to happen in there. See if they have some like emblems up in like the fixtures or whatever,
I mean, there'll probably be a Pillaging podcast sticker around there somewhere.
There's going to be several of those, man.
You always figure that out, right?
Bobby's gonna take in a trough himself, man. He's gonna make him feel at home on the first home game.
Hey, we got a Pillaging podcast sticker on a subway in New York somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
those are everywhere. They did work taking them down though, but they were everywhere. I mean, we didn't put them up, right?
I don't know.
Fans. Those were fans.
I don't know nothing about that. Shit.
But that's loyal listeners right there, man. And the wind.
We got fans. You know what I'm saying? We got fans. Whatever.
I got to see the stadium up close and personal just last week.
I don't even want to call them fans. We got people that listen to our show. We wouldn't be who we are today. Kenny, Jay, Bobby, Kane. We wouldn't be who we are today without these people that listen to our show. So, my 50th birthday was yesterday. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that listens to the Pillaging podcast every week faithfully. You guys show up in the chat. You donate, you donate money to our show. You support us. You go out of your way to support us, even if you might not agree with us, you still support us, Raider. So, hey, listen. I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to every fan that has ever listened to our show. And I hope we could be an extension to you guys and maybe push for us to be a show on 9:20 a.m. I think we deserve that over a lot of other people that fake they followers. We deserve that.
I think we're too real for them, bruh. I just want to say I don't know that radio is looking for some cats like us. No, I think we're a little too much for radio. Too hard for the effing radio, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
I think we good enough. We so educated as a group of people. We so educated that we could still give it to you raw, but without the curse words or whatever. Because we curse because we feel like we free in America, right? So we can talk how we want to talk. Okay, so to censor us, we could still be a strong show. Even if you censored us, we could still be strong. That's just how I feel about it. But anyway, shout out to all that, because we need to be a part of the 9:20 a.m. radio. I know I'm
pillaging.
Thank you very much, James Lyles, for the donation,
Yeah.
$75. He says, happy birthday, Kane. I love you guys. We love you too, James Lyles. Let's keep this thing moving.
Nice.
I got
Thank
a up close and personal look at the stadium just about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't really keep track of time right now. That thing is bigger than I thought it was. It is a massive stadium. And not only that, but the practice facility as well. Looks like a Walmart distribution center, and I mean that in a good way. That thing is absolutely insane. I didn't realize the size of that facility. It is enormous. I got to drive right up to it on Al Davis Way and Raiders Way. And Las Vegas, they're ready for the Raiders. There's a lot of love out there. I'm seeing a lot of silver and black out there. I was rocking all my One Nation gear while I was out there, getting a lot of love, chopping it up with strangers. And that place is a ghost town right now. What I will say is a lot of people are very concerned about Vegas and COVID-19. Excuse me. How ironic was that? Just some phlegm, folks. They're doing it the right way out there. The social distancing is in full effect. They're very, very strict. You can't be having a drink or sitting down to a meal with your mask off. In between bites, in between sips, you got to have your mask on. They will ask you to leave. There will be security at your table very quickly. They are quick to remind you. They are polite to remind you, but they are very diligent about it. I stayed at the Wynn, very nice hotel. As soon as you walk in the door, you get a laser scan that gives them instantly what your temperature is. I'm not sure how they're doing that with the temps outside, but it seems to be working. And yeah, they're definitely doing it the right way. It is a ghost town out there. I'd say if you took the amount of people that you normally see in Reno, that's what you're seeing in Las Vegas right now. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm really dry over here. It's really warm. But yeah, thanks for the update on that, Bobby. It's going to be really exciting. Again, it's a bit of a false start this season to that grand opening, which is really sad. Mark Davis has to be pissed. I'm glad he's speaking openly. I'm glad he's speaking the truth and saying exactly what we're all feeling and what we're all saying. And I think we're starting to learn a lot about Mark Davis, whether you want to buy into it or not. He's saying all the right things. And what more could you ask for in a time where a lot of people just like to say a lot of problematic shit? He's keeping it real. So I appreciate you, Mark, for now, but don't get out of line. Raider Nation is watching you, and I think he knows that. I know he's trying to do right. It's a tough situation to be on. But related to all this, Devontae Booker to temporary IR. He was a free agent signing this offseason. Running back, as you guys know, he'll be placed on IR and mandatory quarantine until he can test negative. Quarantine's only expected to last about a week, and he will be back. But I'm thinking, Che, related to that is the signing of Jeremy Hill. Do these things pair together? Do you see?
Oh yes, they do, man.
Well,
they go hand in hand, my friend. They go hand in hand. So as you just said, Devontae Booker is put on this reserve / COVID list, right? And so we know we have a pretty stacked. There's a good amount of running backs that we have right now. Obviously, Josh Jacobs being our number one, and then we have the rookie that we just drafted, whose name is slipping my mind. Help me out, guys. Lynn Bowden, right? Lynn Bowden, and then we got, of course, Rashard, and then we had Booker. So now Booker is on this reserve list. So they go out, they sign Jeremy Hill. Now some people may say, who is Jeremy Hill? Well, Jeremy Hill is a former second round draft pick out of Cincinnati, right? Cincinnati Bengals picked him up in 2014. He was coming out of LSU. And he actually had a pretty good rookie season, man. The guy ran for career high, right? It still stands as his career high, 1,124 yards, and he had 9 touchdowns. It's not bad, okay? He followed up that season in 2015 with 794, but he was tied for the league lead in rushing touchdowns at 11. And then he followed up that year with another 839 rushing yards and 9 TDs again. Now, after the 2016 season, things got a little hairy. He had an ankle injury in 2017, and then Joe Mixon was drafted by the Bengals, and there was a little imbalance there. There was a little, let's play Joe Mixon, let's not play Joe Mixon, and so things got hairy there. His numbers went down dramatically. He left the Bengals and went to the Patriots, and he went to the Patriots, played one game, had 4 carries, and blew out his ACL. And since 2018, he has not seen the field. So that's the guy that you're getting. Now, you can look at it from the negative perspective and you say this guy has an ACL injury and he hasn't played for 2 years, right? But you could also say this guy was pretty productive in his short time up until he was battling these injuries, right? So this guy, you look at his career totals with Cincinnati, which was 4 years, 54 games. He had 43 starts, 704 rushes with 2,898 rush yards and 29 TDs. And then he has 67 receptions for 484 yards and 1 TD to go with that, with an 81.7% catch rate. So that's all positive when you think of a guy who is not going to be your starting running back, right? He's going to be a guy that comes in and gives your guy a breather. And with the other 2 young running backs that we have in Bowden and in Richard, you would think that he's going to come in, get some of those tough carries, and hopefully he's able to break some open, right? All that being said, the potential is also there that he's not going to be on this team for very long. Devontae Booker gets well, they bring him back, and they release him. So that's what Raider Nation could expect from the Jeremy Hill signing, as far as I can see. The other thing I can say to that is that the Raiders are not going to be giving up too much money for this guy. Considering his injury history and the fact that he hasn't been on the field, he's coming on the cheap, and it's really on him to make sure that he gets to stay on this team, right? So the pressure's on him to perform and do well, and if that does go according to plan for him, then we win. It's a win-win situation for us. You're not going to pay too much to sign him, and there's a potential for him to do well and be a good second, third, or back, if you will. And that's all I gotta say.
And remember, a lot of people do say that players do bounce back after the second year of an ACL surgery as well. Yeah. So just in case he does have to stay, it's not like he's completely ruined, like he just barely got off the boot or whatever. He should, in theory, be healthy and good to go. But we don't know yet where that's supposed to go to, because I mean it's kind of up in the air. Right? Thankfully, right now we do have just the one player testing positive in COVID, because I believe I saw there's like 82 players according to DraftKings that they basically listed out that there's 82 players in the NFL as of July 26th that have tested positive. So if anything, we're doing pretty damn good, because there's some teams that actually have a lot of players. So,
well, you know what, and Kenny can attest to this. Las Vegas is actually doing a pretty good damn job of making sure that they keep COVID in check. So your hopes are that that's the reason why we're seeing such a good outcome in terms of our players. But one more thing to just add about Jeremy Hill. He's not an old dude. This guy's 27 years old. So there's potential for him to bounce back from these injuries. If he was past his 30s, if he was in his early 30s, mid 30s, I would say it's less likely that he comes back to 100% form. But younger cats have the ability to come back from injuries like that and still have a solid career. So fingers crossed. Hopefully this dude comes back and he does well, man.
Pillaging.
Shout out to Silky Slim. Thanks for the donation, man. He says victory.
Hey.
Sends a victory sticker. I'm not sure what we're winning, but it feels like we're winning when you're on our team. So shout out to you, man. Yeah, and I guess just a little bit more about the COVID-19, Bobby. I want to downplay. What did you say? 84? Was that what you said?
They said 82. I believe I have 82 players right now.
Yeah, that's almost 2 whole entire teams worth of players right there. That's a significant number. When you look at what's happening with the Miami Marlins in the MLB, and you have entire teams unwilling to go to Florida to play games just for the simple fact of what's happening in Florida. And you got Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, you got the Miami Dolphins down there. I still, however, remain very skeptical that this season starts on time.
You have the Super Bowl bound Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Everyone's all on that trip and shit, dude. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on that.
We have a question.
Pillaging.
Raiders Hub. Make sure you go subscribe to Raiders Hub on YouTube. Raiders Hub wants to know, do you guys think we take more than 3 running backs on the 53-man roster? I'm going to just respond to that first, and I'll get out of the way. I think it depends on what you consider Lynn Bowden to be. Is he purely a running back, or is he just listed as a running back as a gadget player, which is what I feel like, in which case, yes, we will carry more than 3 running backs on this squad. You're going to have more than just Richard and Jacobs and Bowden on there. You're going to carry at least one more guy. What do you guys think?
I mean, let's not forget our boy Ingold. Our boy Ingold's going to be in there too. Technically, he counts as a running back, right? He's with the backs. I agree, man. I have to say that I expect them to take more than 3 for that exact fact. The fact that Bowden, he's a former receiver turned running back, turned quarterback, but still kind of a running back. The fact that guy can he's the jack of all trades, essentially, right? I think they're going to figure out a way to make an exception to keep more running backs than maybe other teams would because of the potential and the abilities that one guy has, right? And we all know Richard is a great receiving running back, and he's a great change of pace back as well. So I don't think they have any plans of letting go of Richard anytime soon. The fact that they chose him instead of your boy Kenny, right? Your guy that you Kenny was on that train. He wanted his boy to stick around, and they went with Richard. The fact that they kept him around, I think that says that he's not going anywhere anytime soon, right? So I think they fully intend to carry 3+. I'm going to say more than 3 running backs this year, and I'm not mad at it.
No, I think you're going to see that. I think it's a no-brainer with the Gruden system. He really values the running backs and the tight ends he has on his squad. Likes to go compact, he likes to go big, and he likes to have multiple looks out of similar sets. And the running back and the tight end position is what really allows you to do that. Bobby, do you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
I was actually going to say that I thought we were pretty damn good until Chair reminded me about Alec Ingold. And I was like, yeah, that's true because, yeah, we do have a lot more faith in Richard. And we've obviously shown it by keeping him around as well. But at the same time, I'm just thinking about how we really don't know what the whole COVID situation is going to be. Do we want to have more running backs as opposed to more receivers out there? Or, do we want to have more weapons for DC? How much do we trust Josh Jacobs? I mean, I trust him a lot, man, enough to actually give him the rock a lot. But it's just, there's just so many factors, man, to it, dude. I was going to say no because of that, dude. How many issues haven't we had the last couple years without having a good receiving core? And now we're actually getting something together. And I mean, just look at our practice squad. Our practice squad has to go from 92-man squad to 80. Like everything is just weird and not the same as it was before. Like what we're used to is not the same thing. The things that make sense don't make sense anymore because we had to think about contingency plans. I didn't see it honestly, but yeah, like Chess said, hey, what about Alec Ingold? I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. So I take that back. So I definitely agree with you fellas, but that's where I was at initially because of that. It's just there's just so many factors when it comes to this whole COVID thing, and especially, we had to travel to freaking to Tampa, I believe, right? We do travel to Tampa, so it's like, well, how's that gonna happen? How's that gonna affect whatever happens? So, yeah, I agree with y'all.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because last year you saw Josh Jacobs get dinged up pretty well there about halfway through the season. As you guys know, offense was really limited last year. It really got down to Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs. And even if this offense opens up this year, even if this passing game finds traction and finds some success, we get ahead on the scoreboard, you know what John Gruden likes to do. He's going to go right back to the run game. I have no problem with that. I know a lot of people do. I like that kind of football, but it's more mileage on Jacobs. So I'm concerned about that. Richard's not an every down back. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Hill? Who's going to carry that load? So a lot of things to discuss as we move down the stretch. But again, got to have a season first. So, but it's still fun to talk about these things. Before we take a break, let's get. We kind of talked about the tight ends a little bit. We're flirting with that. Let's talk about Foster Moreau getting a little bit of a spotlight this week on ESPN. Let's go to a quote from Rivers McCown from ESPN. He says, Foster Moreau, another player who probably would have avoided this list if not for a knee injury. Moreau was instantly a high-use tight end in an offense that loves tight ends, and he produced early. Moreau was targeted 27 times last season and had a 29.6 DVOA that ranked third highest in the NFL amongst tight ends. With the signing of Jason Witten, Moreau's role for this year is a bit more up in the air than it probably should be. John Gruden loves tight ends, but among Moreau, Witten, and Waller, he has a lot of potential pass targets. At the very worst, though, this season could be sold as Moreau learning from an all-time great, and he should be a solid tight end going forward. So let's just look at some small numbers here. Last year, 371 snaps for Moreau, 6 touchdowns. He was a red zone machine. We couldn't get a lot going on in the red zone, but Foster Moreau did. I think between Moreau and Brian Edwards, you should see a lot of action in the red zone. My question to you, Bobby, and you, Che, is how does Jason Witten's presence on this roster affect Moreau's role, if it does at all?
Go ahead, Bobby.
I think, if anything, it's just going to help him tighten up his craft. I honestly don't feel like he's a threat. We have to think youth, man. Our team is a very youthful crew. It's no longer the old adage of a bunch of veterans like we did before. And not only that, it's Moreau isn't a, as green as a blade of grass, as they say, like this cat, at least, he was here a couple times, so he kind of knows how to get dinged up. He knows how to get in there. And not only that, he's developed that relationship with DC as well, where DC knows that he will be there and he will have those solid hands. So if anything, I just see it as just another reason to push everybody else around, bring up this cat that everyone's all excited about. I mean, we have to remember, Gruden says a lot of things, man. Gruden will pump up a dude and then just totally flip the script on people. And that's what I see happening right here. That's why I'm not really worried, honestly, about our tight end crew. If anything, Waller's going to have a hell of a lot more of fighting to do out there, because obviously they already caught on to him last year. They already know what he's capable of, and they already know what he can do. So if anything, he's going to have a lot more to deal with. And Moreau, he's just going to be right there, ready and good to go, especially when it comes to the red zone.
Yeah, I see Darren Waller as your chunk yardage tight end. I want to see Jason Witten converting third downs, and I want to see Foster Moreau catching touchdowns. That's what I want to see.
I like that.
What do you got? What do you got?
I would say this, man. I would say that in terms of Foster Moreau, like the effect on him, I mean, the effect is going to be the fact that there's just more tight ends to get the ball to, right? So you would expect that there's going to be maybe a shortage of snaps. Maybe there's going to be less snaps in his second year, which I'm not necessarily mad at, man. We know this kid can play. He's gonna be a really good to great tight end. He showcased that. He showcased that in the first season. I have no doubts about this kid. He has what it takes. He just needs to stay healthy. So maybe a little less snaps actually helps him in doing that. Maybe he gets through the full season, if we have a full season, right? Maybe he gets through a full season if he doesn't have to be out there on the opposite side of Darren Waller every time they run a double tight end series. You know what I mean? So you get Jason Witten out there. He's the veteran. He's an old guy. Listen, Raider Nation, I know there's a lot of people that are like excited about him. Within our network, I know people are like, oh, no, Jason Witten's going to get this, that, and whatever, because he's great, blah, blah, blah. He's an old motherfucker. Okay? Jason Witten's an old motherfucker. He don't got a whole lot of years left, dog. Like, this guy's not going to be around for the next 5 years. That's not going to happen. This guy's only going to be here for a couple years. If we're lucky, maybe a few, and hopefully they're productive, not just because we're carrying him because he doesn't want to retire. So this guy isn't going to be here very long, and Foster Moreau is going to be the number 2 guy as long as Waller is still here. If Waller's gone, he immediately jumps to number 1, right? So we hope. I mean, obviously, we don't hope that happens, right? We hope Waller sticks around with us. He has a long career. He gets extended and all that good stuff. And Foster Moreau is the number 2 and does exactly what you're saying, Kenny. Catch touchdowns. Now, very important. You guys were, Bobby, you were talking about Waller getting figured out. Some of that has to do with Foster Moreau as well. Because when Foster Moreau was the second tight end and he was out there, he was much more of a threat as a catching tight end than Derek Carrier was. And especially a scoring tight end, okay? Because early on, right off the bat, at the beginning of the season, he went to the fucking house. 6 TDs, right? 6 TDs, as Kenny told you. This guy is a touchdown machine. And if you give him one-on-one coverage or if you allow him to break out into the open, he's going to catch the ball. We saw him go up in the air for catches, tough catches, not something that's easy. He gets up there, he's athletic, and he has good hands. So that has a lot to do also with Waller not being productive or maybe being figured out or double-teamed as well, because now you have a tight end that's less likely to hurt you catching the ball in Derek Carrier. Although I'm not hating on you, Derek Carrier. We love what you do too, right? He reminds me of Lee. He's that secret guy. He's that kind of, like you don't expect him to catch the ball. So that's where I'm at with that, man. Like, I think Foster is a big part of this offense, and he's a big part of our future in terms of what the Raiders want to do. They want to have a lot of weapons. They want to have a lot of guys that you can't double team or focus on one single guy. And everything that they've added in the offseason shows that. They added Witten. He's another pass-catching tight end. He's another old-school veteran. He's savvy, and he's going to block as well, okay? But that doesn't mean he's just going to come in here and replace people. I think everybody's giving way too much of that credit to what he was in Dallas to what he's going to be with the Raiders. He is a veteran coming out of retirement, right? He came out of retirement last season, played with the Cowboys, and now he's here. He's a veteran. He's not that guy no more. He's not the number 1 anymore. Darren Waller's the number 1, and Foster's going to be number 2 eventually. If the numbers don't show it this year, next year, I think they will. That's what I got to say.
I think Witten was brought in as a team captain role. They need more.
That's exactly.
They need more leadership on that offense. And
hell yeah,
I think Wynn's going to fulfill that role. He'll be here this year. Pete had a nice take in the chat. He said that Wynn's only here to cash a $5 million check and take broadcasting lessons from Mayock and Gruden. And I think that's pretty.
You might be right.
That might be.
You might be right.
a little broadcasting clinic.
Yeah, I think so. And then we had another question or another take saying to dump Witten and pick up Clowney for the money. And I'm a hard pass on that. Clowney's looking to get one more bag and then sit the fuck down. That's all he wants to do. I think somebody else chimed in talking about his interest in the Jets. That's always a surefire sign that you really don't want to play football anymore.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell, how you like the Jets?
And our good friend Polygon from the Crow's Nest podcast was asking us earlier in the group text, are the Raiders going to be in on Clowney? And didn't we not make him an offer already? We did, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, we did.
I believe so. There's an offer already there.
So we probably offered him what he's really worth, and he scoffed at it. And my response is whoever waits the longest is going to be the winner on Clowney, because he's going to end up not getting what he wants. And, you're not going to get what you want either. It's just a bad deal for both sides. So I'm going to pass on.
I don't know. I don't know, though, man. I have a feeling that Clowney's going to have to settle for less money than he thought he was going to be able to get. I really do. And I think somebody will come out a winner. I think a team is going to come out a winner because there's no reason to overshoot him, bro. There really isn't right now. The numbers aren't there. The production is there. We know what he can be when he's healthy and he's good. He's an athletic freak. But the production hasn't been there. Even in Seattle, where the defense was pretty good, they had a pretty good fucking defense last year. They performed. I saw some of their games last season, and they did pretty well. And he played pretty well at times. he's a presence for sure. But the numbers ain't there. He's not putting up, 10 sack seasons. Like, he's not putting up 10 plus sacks in a season. That's not happening, bro. So how are you going to demand, top defensive end money? You can't do that.
No.
And nobody's going to fucking pay you that. First and foremost, no one's going to pay you top DN money when you're not a top DN, dog. Like, come out, put up, and then shut up, and then everything else will happen. Like, if you put up and you go and you showcase that you are a top 10 DN, then the money will come flying at you as Khalil Mack. But if you don't, it won't. And you're going to have to settle, and somebody's going to be like, got you, bitch. We got you. Like,
you know what I mean? I still think it's a bad deal on both sides because bottom line, I agree with you, but I disagree with the wording. You said when he's healthy, we know what he can be. I disagree. I think when he's healthy, we know what his potential can be. We already know what he is. He's an impactful role player. He's not an impactful player or a game changer. He's not those things.
I like that.
And because of what he looks like on paper, because of what he once was a while ago for a very short time, he's been cashing checks. And we see players like this all the time in the NFL. We've taken the bait on so many of these guys. And I'm just so glad that we're out on Clowney because you're gonna get a solid dude. He's gonna get in there. He's not gonna finish the season for you. And I just you're gonna overpay for him no matter what you pay for him unless you're down in like Witten type numbers or something like that. But good luck to anyone that gets him. At the end of the day, I can see him going right back to Seattle. After the move they recently.
And I guess my question is what was Seattle's offer, and what was the Raiders' offer, right? Because then you get an understanding as to the player. Right? Then you get an understanding as to what he's actually looking for. Because when everybody closes the door and say, sorry, bruh, we're out this bitch. Like, we're not in the running for you. That you're talking crazy shit right now. When they tell him that, he's going to have to fall back if he wants to play football. And if he wants to get any kind of fucking paycheck, he's going to have to fall back onto one of the few teams that offered him anything, right? So my question is, what did Cleveland offer him? What did the Raiders offer him? What did Seattle offer him? Then we're really going to get an understanding as to who this player is, right? And that's just a wait and see. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out what those numbers are. I'm sure somebody will leak them.
What's his asking price? I just want to say it's somewhere around $18 million. Is that? Am I way off on that? Right?
That's his asking price.
That's how much he was asking. I think Seattle was offering him something like 13 or something like that.
Tom Delaney's running
more
that.
Than he's worth.
Tom Delaney's running those contracts like Pawn Stars. He's like, I'll give you $5.
Like the old man, though.
$5.
The original Constitution in mint condition. I'll give you $10 for it. I mean, the market for this, it's really small.
I gotta make money.
I gotta make money. I gotta get it appraised. I gotta put it up for auction. You're not leaving me much meat on the bone. Right.
I just want to throw my hat in the ring and to say that I want to be his Chum Lee right now, bro.
There you go, Chum Lee.
Hey,
Chum Lee was doing some crazy shit, bro. You don't want to be Chum Lee, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Got arrested.
Scratch that.
Let's talk about your hat because that's a dope hat. That's the icy all white proudly hated limited edition. I don't believe that's up for sale anymore, but I do believe a little bird told me that there might be a pillaging version of that hat coming soon. So
word.
Stay tuned to onenationfanwear.com. I know that hat never leaves Bobby's bedroom because he wants to keep it so clean. So clean. Maybe you'll wear it to like your wedding or something like that. That would be kind of
with the white tux.
I had to wear it. I had to wear it today because I wanted to show it off because it's just super clean. But not only that, it matches.
Yeah, it does. You're right. That's right.
Hey, I'm. It's only a few times that I actually get something that looked good, and I saw that, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, my boys over here, they got the proudly hated hats already on lock because I know you guys have them, and I was like, man, I don't want to be over here like trying to be all twins and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I saw that. And
like
I was
Danny
like,
DeVito. And
I was like, I don't care, bro.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, dude, because I'm your guys' Danny DeVito, bro. Because I'm the shortest one, dude. That sucks.
You're taller than
But
Polly.
you don't look like the penguin, dog. You don't look like the penguin, dog. It's all right.
And just a quick plug, because Bobby brings up a good point. All the One Nation stuff goes together. It's a lifestyle brand. It's not meant for just one piece. You're going to mix and match. You're going to put everything together. I mean, they got sweatpants. They got jackets. They got everything over there. We're always plugging the hats and the T-shirts. But if you really go dig deep on that website, you're going to find a lot of stuff. You're going to find non-Raider stuff on there. Just go check it out. It's a lifestyle brand. It's streetwear. And get hip to it, man. OneNationFanwear.com. All the garments are ultra high quality. It's not this Gildan branded bullshit. It's really nice stuff. So I definitely recommend that you go buy OneNationFanwear.com and pick something up. And I think they're doing some shipping discounts too right now. So check out the website. They're always running deals over there. You always want to check in. Make sure you bookmark it. OneNationFanwear.com. There is only one nation. You got that Modelo falling back on the soldier.
It's Modelo time. It's Modelo time. It's a soldier, bro. It's a soldier.
It's time to hit these GROAT brackets, man. That's what it is.
Ew.
We're on the back. We're on the back half of the show now. We're gonna do this GROAT bracket. We're gonna give away some art. We're gonna hit a phone call or two, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. That's what it is. So let's move over to the GROAT brackets. Was I sharing my screen on this before? Should I do that? Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean,
yeah,
make sure you close out your personal tabs, bro. You know.
Oh yeah,
dog.
That's on that's on another computer.
Nobody wants to see Kenny Stapler wearing nothing but Crocs.
Or do they?
Or do they?
That's Ches next art piece. He's gonna be like Jack in the Titanic, bro.
We lost Kane at some point, but you know what? It's his 50th birthday. He's out there having a good time.
Yeah, he's in an undisclosed location having a good time. And you know what? We're happy for you, bro. And live it up, dog.
He's in an undisclosed location that I, at one time, was removed from. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But hopefully you have a better time there than I did. Or maybe I had a better time than you. We'll find out.
For sure. If you were removed from there, you for sure had a better time.
Yeah. You set the bar kind of high, bro.
You went for it, dog. You went for it. I mean, could you imagine if we had been staying at the Cosmopolitan, bro?
I know. By the way, the Cosmo is still standing. If you want to know more about that inside joke, go back and listen to every single episode of the Pillaging podcast. I'm sure you'll find it in there somewhere. It's all a blur to me right now. So we're moving on.
Good luck with that.
We're moving on to bracket D. We're going to advance this round. This is on me. We've been really inconsistent this offseason, but name an offseason where we've been consistent. All right, give me a break. All right, it's hot and there's a shit to talk about. I'm sorry. Oh, really quick. Straight Right Sports says Clowney is better than a rotational defensive end, but not worth the money if it means slowing the growth of Crosby and Farrell. I'm good with Carl Nassib. Solid take. Button that up really tight.
Hell yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah. All right, let's get into this, man. So matchup 1 versus seed 1 versus seed 16. We got Ron Wolf versus Nnamdi Asomugha. Do we really need to talk about this? Come on now.
No.
Come on, man.
It's good old man Ron, bro. Old man Ron gets through, bro.
We don't
Nnamdi, we love you, bro, but come on.
We don't have Kane here to argue for Nnamdi Asomugha.
It's true, right?
Well, Nnamdi can't act his way out of that bracket right there, dog. Hell no, this ain't no Broadway show.
Oh, we're only talking about football, bro. If we're taking in acting credits, then maybe he had a chance. But Ron Wolf, without question.
And that's no diss to our brother. He keeps it spicy, and sometimes he jumps on the other side of the fence just because. A lot of you guys will like to want to bash his takes during these segments, but you know what? He's brave enough to go out there and sometimes play devil's advocate. It makes everything lot more interesting, and it gets some good conversation. And let's be honest, it's funny when we disagree. It's entertaining. So, y'all taking this shit too seriously. The joke's on you, fellas. We love you, Kane, man. I hope you're doing it the most right now. Let's go to seed 8 versus seed 9. This one's a little bit more tough. Mike Haynes versus Don Mosbar. Ooh, legend versus legend.
Oh man, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah,
but you know what? I gotta go with Mike Haynes, bro. I gotta go with Mike Haynes. I'm gonna throw my vote for Mike Haynes. I appreciate Don Mosbar, man, but I'm going Mike Haynes.
Here's the thing, too. Looking down the stretch, right? The Raiders had a very small sample size of centers, and most of them have been great. I was just say that most of them have been great. The vast majority.
That's the reason for the small sample size,
right? But let's be honest. There's only room for one at the top, and that's 0-0 Jamato. Mike Haynes also a very impactful player for the Raiders during the greatest era of the Raiders as well. So my vote's going to go with Mike Haynes as well. Bobby, do you argue with that? Do you want to counter that? How do you feel? How does the chat feel?
You know what? I'm actually going to counter with you guys. The reason why is because it's been the last couple of years that I've actually been paying a lot more attention to the offensive line. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm a defensive man. I love, to hit anybody with the football, and especially when it comes to the quarterback. I just love hearing the wind leave his lungs. Just that sound that you give them, it's awesome. But at the same time, it's something else when you actually have a cat that's going up against those dudes that are doing that as well. And to have a lineman, dude, that actually was able to do something that they're there for a minute, man. They're not there for a couple years or so. They're there for a good while. They're there for a stretch, and they can do it up, man. So I'm going to have to go with Don Mosbar, man. Even though y'all just outvoted me, but I'm going to have to go with that, dude, because I've definitely grown to respect the center position, taking nothing away from Mike Haynes, of course, dude, because I would not want him to hit me at all.
You can't take away that Super Bowl ring from Mike Haynes. You can't take away 9 Pro Bowl selections. You can't take away 2 first-team All-Pro selections. You can't take away NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. You can't take away NFL 75th anniversary all-time team, 100th anniversary all-time team, 1980s all-decade team, and, of course, the gold jacket from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, as well as the College Football Hall of Fame. Both Don Mosbar and Mike Haynes represent the greatness that is the Raiders. Mike Haynes, you will be advancing. Don Mosbar, come over for dinner sometime, man. We love you.
We'll cook you a good steak.
Yeah.
We'll cook you a good steak.
That's right, dog. Some chorizo links, bro.
Hey,
set your house on fire, bro.
Yeah,
arrachera and chorizo, bro. That's Bobby Wasabi. That's a Bobby Wasabi special. Okay,
that's right.
And if you ain't ever fucking had to deal with them chorizo links, as your boy Bobby just mentioned, you really got to pay attention to your boy Bobby Wasabi when he's on the grill. We let him handle those by himself. You got to pay attention. You got to take off your shirt and be all wife beater. And then you gotta make sure you got a good fresh Modelo in your hand so that you can share sips with yourself and the grill, right? You gotta calm the flames. Your boy Bobby Sabi has it down to a goddamn he's got it equated, bro. He's got everything down to a science, and it's a special thing to watch. I just gotta say, I appreciate you, Bobby. What's up?
It's definitely one of those. Do not try this at home unless you've been like severely supervised and trained.
Hey, just saying, if you're Kane and you got a fucking glass of vodka, don't fuck with the chorizo links, bro. You're gonna fucking blow us up.
Oh man,
It's gotta be a fucking Modelo, dog. You gotta have a Modelo again.
Oh man,
if you have any liquor that's up there in the proof, bro, step away from the grill. Let somebody else handle it. We don't want to die today. Just saying.
That chorizo turned my brother into Johnny Cash in the morning. He was on the toilet singing about the Ring of Fire for like 2 days straight.
Shout out, Tim.
Shout out to T-Bone. Them Johnny Cash links. Let's keep it pushing. Number 5 seed Lester Hayes versus the 12 seed Terry McDaniel. I don't even want to do this bracket. I just want everyone to pass through on this bracket. This bracket's a bitch, man. I'm gonna tell you. Let's recap. Ron Wolf versus Mike Haynes next week, or in weeks to come. But right now, Lester Hayes versus Terry McDaniel. Bobby, why don't you lead it off? Where are you going on this one?
Lester Hayes, man. I mean, we're talking about Mike Haynes, Lester Hayes, crew right there, dog. So, I mean, I voted against Mike Haynes in the last one. I'm not going to get hit again, dog. That's all I'm going to say, dog. Like, I could hear the doorbell ringing, dude. He want to get in and hit me right now, dog.
Hey,
it's not going to happen.
Hey, man, any man who changed the rules of football and had a song created after him, bro. Stick him for days.
That's right.
Lester Hayes. And I wouldn't even know about that song if it wasn't for your boy Kenny Stabler. Stick him for days, Lester Hayes, bro. This man was painted in Stickum. And it was because of him and some other Raider players that rule was created. And now on Stickum.
It's part of the uniform.
He had that flex seal. He had that flex seal, bro.
Straight up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lester, I mean, you can't come on, Lester Hayes, bro, all day. No shame on you, Terry McDaniel. You're just not that great of a Raider. You're a great Raider, not that great of a Raider.
Right. Lester Hayes.
Not only that, like Chess said, dude, that's one hell of an accolade right there, dog. When you actually have a jam.
Yeah.
Shit, that's something pretty badass. Like, you've actually reached a whole different plateau at that point, dog.
Although I'd hate for someone to write a song about me. I don't ever want to read the lyrics to that song.
It would be an instrumental, if anything.
That could go a lot of ways. Lester Hayes punching buckets of Stickum. Salute. So Lester Hayes moves on. Who's he going to face? Is it going to be Willie Brown or Van McElroy? Willie Brown or Van McElroy?
I mean, I gotta go. Oh shit, we're gonna get the fucking 2-minute drill fucking music right now.
You should have told me. I would have worn my "You're Stalling" shirt, bro.
Oh man, yo, I mean, I gotta go Willie Brown, bro. I gotta go with my Willie, bro. Come on.
Willie Brown will forever live on as a great Raider for a lot of reasons. Still around the organization. The way he announces draft picks. If you've ever met him in person, the guy's a class act. And forever will be one of the lead clips on the throwback NFL films, Autumn Wind montage. Willie Brown running down the sideline with the interception, with that golden glow of that Oakland air shining off that silver helmet. Willie Brown, can't think of the Raiders without thinking about Willie Brown, you know.
And he always reminds us to call our mamas on Mother's Day.
Right.
He does.
That's right.
He does.
That's
right.
Yeah,
dude.
And that's no disrespect to Van McElroy, who's a Raider who often gets overlooked, way too overlooked. Educate yourself on Van McElroy. That dude was a warrior. But, you know, it's Willie Brown, man. Van McElroy would have voted for Willie Brown if he was on the show tonight. I'll tell you that right now.
Facts.
And that's just all respect, right? With all due respect, I don't have that sound bite. I was looking for it. I don't have it.
That's why I went like this.
All right, so it's going to be Willie Brown versus Lester Hayes. That's a cornerback matchup for the ages right there. We didn't even plan it like that, but it looks like we did. Wow. Damn. That's going to be hot and heavy. So again, after we get out of this first round, we're going to be turning these votes back over to you guys. The votes will be exclusive to pj4f.com. So we'll start pumping those links out as early as Tuesday, and we'll probably do more than 2 a week. We got some catching up to do. So maybe we'll do 4 a week and just get past this second round in about a month or so. So let's leave that right there. And we got a few. We still have quite a ways to go here. So George Atkinson versus Sebastian Janikowski. I got to go with Atkinson, both in a street fight and football. I got to go with Atkinson.
But if this was a question about who can party the best, hey, my vote will go
George Atkinson
all day.
if it was about who could do the most hits of acid or Molly, it would be your boy Seabass, but it's not. It's about George Atkinson and playing football.
Only one player in the Raiders' history has ever roofied themselves, and that's Sebastian Janikowski, and then fell down on a very slick dance floor.
There's been many fans in Raider Nation that have done that as well to try to recreate that, but there's only one player that's done that.
Yeah, we can't move on without just advancing the entire Soul Patrol, right? I mean, they got to go forward.
Man, come on, they're automatic, dog. Come on, that's legends.
That's like the heartbeat of Raider Nation. I feel like is that Soul Patrol secondary. I mean, if I had to take any unit from, Raider history, if I had to bring any unit back, it would be the Soul Patrol.
Hey, real quick, the team that was voted the number one team of all time, all Soul Patrol, right? That's Soul Patrol defense.
Yep.
So there you go. There's your answer right there. That's the reason why those great DBs, man, were a gigantic part of that team.
Huge part of that team. Part of that team.
Yep.
Feared. I mean, just invoking fear into opposing offenses,
Yep.
Litigating. See me in court. That's how hard I'm going to hit you. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, man. So, all right. So then now we got Charles Woodson versus Eric Allen. Played alongside each other. Very cool to watch both of those guys on the field. You wanted to hang out with them. They were like your brothers that you never met. I mean, this was another great era of Raiders football for a lot of us. I know a lot of the folks that listen to this show fall right into that age bracket. We grew up as kids watching NFL films, learning about the history of the Raiders, wishing we were watching it live. But these two guys, we actually got to show up live on Sunday and do the damn thing. Eric Allen, obviously formerly a Philadelphia Eagle, but never looked better than when he did in the silver and black. But Charles Woodson, I mean, he's still rocking it. You know what I mean? He's the man. He's the man. Only one person's going to win a Super Bowl in Green Bay and just be chomping at the bit to get back to Oakland, and that's Charles Woodson. And I know you guys would vote for him because y'all wouldn't let him out of the damn building without signing a contract. So I think it goes without saying that Charles Woodson wins this matchup. Am I right or am I right?
You're right, though.
When you're right, you're right.
Right. And sorry, there's not more conversation around these things right now, but some of these are just slam dunks. I'm sorry, guys, they're just slam dunks.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot of thinking, bro.
Mm-hmm. So this is where maybe I become a hypocrite, right? Because I said we got to advance the entire Soul Patrol, but now we got Skip Thomas versus Ray Guy. This is a touchy one, man.
That's why I'm glad you said that you gonna be a hypocrite, because I didn't want to do that right away, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, this sucks. Because I said it before, I love hitting people, but Ray Guy's been in it since he's been in it, and he's been there for all three. So damn, man, like I know people ain't gonna like my choice, but I'm gonna say Ray Guy, and I'm gonna say, leg recognized leg, bro.
Well, here it is. If you're looking at the screen right now, the remaining matchups we have are Skip Thomas and Ray Guy, and then you got Jack Tatum and Shane Leckler, right? You got DB versus punter, DB versus punter. If you're going to take one punter and you're going to take one DB, I'm going with Ray Guy and Jack Tatum. So I'm with you, Bobby. What do you think, Che?
I mean, you guys outvoted me, so it's a done deal. But who says you have to take a fucking punter?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, if you got that kind of a defense, you don't need a punter, bro. Like, you can get that ball back. You can say like, we'll just put the Soul Patrol out there, dog, and then we'll get the ball back. We don't need to worry about punting the ball. We'll fucking give it to them on the fucking 20. We'll give it, you know what I mean? So, hey, I disagree just because, I mean, like you said, bro, the Soul Patrol was the major makeup of that team, a major part of that team. So it's hard to go against any of those guys. But that's no diss on Ray Guy. We all know what Ray Guy is. There's an award for punters named after him because he revolutionized the punting game. Like before Ray Guy, who the fuck was important as a punter? Nobody. I don't know anybody prior to Ray Guy. So Ray Guy is who he is, and he's just as deserving as anybody else. So I'm not mad at it. But yeah, I would have gotten skipped out.
If it wasn't for Ray Guy, Shane Leckler doesn't get selected where he does.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know who says you got to take a punter? The Pro Football Hall of Fame does, because he's the only one with the gold jacket. So it's a tough choice. Skip Thomas is badass.
And the chat seems to agree as well, man. They're actually, saying guy as well. So nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, so last but not least here, we got Jack Tatum versus Shane Leckler. You know, Jack Tatum is my all-time favorite Raider, and I didn't even get to watch him really play. But to me, he's everything a Raider's supposed to be. He's intimidating, he's tenacious, and he wants to hurt you, and he doesn't he doesn't care.
And the youngest pillager is named after him as well.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
That's right.
Shout out to Angria
right.
Trask.
Shout out to our sister right there.
Yeah. So it's Jack Tatum, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without question.
All right, so there it is. You got Ray Guy versus Jack Tatum in the next round. George Atkinson versus Charles Woodson in the next round. Lester Hayes versus Willie Brown. And Ron Wolf versus Mike Haynes. Those are going to be some tough choices. Luckily, it's back on you guys to vote. So the pressure is now off us. We've advanced the first round in each of these 4 brackets. Hate us if you want, but now it's up to you. All right.
Y'all, if y'all want to, hey, first and foremost, if you guys are going to hate on us, it's not necessarily all our fault, because, we're putting out these votes. There's a whole lot of participation, bro. Okay, so look it. You want somebody to go through? Here's your chance to get them through. Get your ass out there. Be active. Go to the website. Okay, go to pj4f.com or follow us on Twitter and make sure you get your vote in, because if you don't get it out there, then you won't be heard, and you're just going to be left sour because it didn't go your way.
Yeah.
So,
if you don't vote, you don't talk. That's it. You're done. You're muted. Yeah. Don't complain about who got elected if you didn't get out there and vote. Right?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? These polls ain't rigged. I'm just saying that right now. You can vote from home. You can vote wherever you want. Yeah, it's fine. He's going to be the greatest Raider of all time.
That's legit.
So now's the moment everyone's been waiting for. I apologize for the delay. I'm not going to get into that. Let's just get to the good news, man. It's all about this giveaway right now, and I see another one brewing in the background too. But let's get that up close. You say that for later. Yeah, you say that.
No,
for later.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm just letting them know where it's at. It's located.
Chad, the master of illusions, bro. I'm over here thinking it's another 20-foot painting back there again. But damn, that looks nice, bro. I like really that nice shading you did, man. That's clean, bro. Shading is hard.
Approved
I promise that it looks better in person.
Oh man!
And I just want to say something.
So do I.
Although the size is not that grand, this took more work than probably a larger piece would take because
girthy,
of the fine details.
It's girthy
because of the amount of details that I did aim for. That's your boy right there. Did you see those eyes? Those are the eyes of a killer right there. That motherfucker gonna run through your face.
If you look closely, you can see Bosworth's reflection in his helmet too. Very, very detailed, man. Very, very detailed.
With that big ass neck roll. Like you about to do something and say instead he gets trucked.
That's one of those that's one of those pool noodles, dog. What are you talking about, dog? he just cut it and just taped it on, dog.
It's all loose and fucking rocking around. This is it, y'all. This is what's coming down. And your boy is gonna look. So I don't like to sign my shit on the front. Like after high school, I was like, you know what, that shit doesn't look good. So I will have a signature on the back of this. For those of you who are wondering, hey, how am I gonna know it's official? Whatever. I'm gonna have a sign on the back. This is one of one, y'all. Okay, this is one of one. Anybody that knows the art world, one of ones are rare. And its original paintings are rare. You go to the store, you're probably gonna get a print.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is all hand done. There's only one of these. I will make more that maybe look similar, but this is the only one that looks like this, and that's it, man. This is the original painting. I am gonna say this, because in the art world you do have to say this: the rights of the image are going to be mine as the artist. So if for some reason I did want to make prints of these, we wanted to get some posters or stickers or whatever, we could go ahead and do that. All right. So the piece is yours. The art is mine. That's what it is.
There you go. You better make a digital scan of that so we can make some money off the back end. That's all I'm saying.
And Raider organization,
That's
please.
why I just said that.
And the Raider organization, please hit up Chad, man, because I do not want to see Wayne Newton, bro.
Please.
I don't need to see Siegfried and Roy in a Raiders jersey in our stadium, bro.
That's terrible.
Hey, when we have our second goal of the reopening, I sure hope that those murals are gone and we have some legitimate paintings up.
They're gonna have
Raiders. I'm not mad at you. I'm just letting you know I'm available and willing to replace them. Let me know. That's all I'm saying.
Man, it's only gonna get worse, bro. It's only gonna get worse. It's only you're gonna show up and they're gonna have a statue of Bette Midler out front of that stadium with a single bar face mask. She's gonna be out there.
Hey,
she's gonna be punning, dog.
It's gonna be J-Lo, bro. It's gonna be J-Lo. It's gonna be J-Lo out there.
Oh man, it's gonna be Mark Anthony, bro.
I don't know. I think I think if there's a statue of J-Lo out in front of the Coliseum, there might be a lot of Raider fans that are actually pretty fucking happy. I'm just saying.
Hey, if she's wearing that Selena getup, bro, there will be a lot of Raider fans happy, dog. I'll take a picture in front of that, dude.
They're gonna have a bronze statue of Marie Osmond hitting the tackle sled out front. Shout out to Vince. All right, so this is how it worked. We asked you guys to tune into our last show, take a screenshot of you watching the show live, making sure that you upvoted and you subscribed and you submitted that screenshot over social media with the hashtag PJ4F. Many of you did so. What I did is I took all of your handles and I put them into a spreadsheet and I assigned each one of you a number. And right now we're gonna basically go to Google's random number generator. I set the bracket between 1 and the amount of entries we got. I'm going to hit that generate button. Whatever number pops up, I'm going to refer back to the spreadsheet, and that's who the winner is going to be. This is completely out of our hands. I'm not drawing names out of a hat. It's a completely fair game. Whatever Google wants to do, hey, that's what they want to do. But this will not be the last giveaway you do on the show. You can thank your boy Che for that. That is hours and hours and hours of work that you see right in front of you. I thought that thing was done months ago, and he's like, nope, I'm still working on it. And it just came to life. It's incredible. So I want to say that I entered myself, and I assigned myself 15 different numbers. So I'm feeling pretty good about my chances.
To enter ourselves?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I forgot to do that.
Well, I never said we couldn't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not in there. I'm not in there. And I actually even excluded my family members from doing this as well. So,
Hey.
It's like the lotto, bro.
Yeah.
The family members fucking not valid and shit.
So
that's why I got my dog. He's like that borderline family pet right there.
So I'm gonna hit this number right now, and you guys ready for this?
Yeah, boy.
All right, let's get some music here. Let's get a sound effect. What's a good random number sound effect? You guys like Press Your Luck? You ever watch that game show? Press Your Luck.
No.
No whammies,
Hey.
no whammies, no whammies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Stop on the number 3. The number 3. Lucky number 3. You're a big winner. Carson Palmer, number 3. It is. At Get Real. It's your boy, Danny Garcia on Twitter, at Get Real. Oakland Raiders Athletics, only one nation, Raider Nation is his bio. He is a Teamsters member. Danny Garcia. If you are listening to the show, make sure you contact us. We will reach out to you, but if you don't hear from us, get to us. Well, we're going to reach out to you early this week, and we'll get your shipping information and all that, and we're going to pass this on to you. Congratulations, Danny Garcia. Best of luck to the rest of you guys next time. I know Vince just threw his whole computer out the window right now. He's pissed.
Hey, man, but like you said, there's more to come. Your boy will be producing these paintings on the regularly as possible. This is my motivation. I'm using it as motivation too. So Danny Garcia, man, hey, you are the big wiener, bro. You are the big weenie.
So Danny, we'll get at you. We're gonna get this painting to you. It's gonna be on your wall very soon, man, and hopefully you can take a picture of it and send it to us. We want to see where you put it. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. And thank you very much, Shay, for doing this, man. This is whoever gets this just got a gem. If we were to do this primarily on, I don't know. I don't want to piss anybody off, so I'm not going to say anything else. But there's a lot of you that follow our show religiously, as does Danny, and you all deserve this. You all deserve a painting from Che. You all deserve a lot. You deserve everything. So, but Danny, you're the winner this week. More to come on the Pillaging podcast, where everybody's a winner every single week.
There you go.
All right.
Hey,
that's exciting. When y'all thought we were just gonna like fall off and not do this, probably you're like, oh, they're just taking weeks off, hoping we forget. You know what I mean? Man,
never that, y'all. Never that.
Raiders Hub says, I'm hella jealous. It would have looked great next to my Rich Gannon signed mini helmet. I bet it would have, man. I bet it would have.
Hey, I gotta say this, man, because look, there's a lot of other shows out there, and there's no hate on any of the other shows. A lot of the other shows do giveaways. They have signed jerseys and all that good stuff. But this is the only of its kind. Okay, There's lots of signed jerseys. There's lots of signed memorabilia, cards, and all kinds of stuff. This is the only one that exists of this painting. And that's what I wanted to give to our fan base, because the fan base that we have, the listeners that we have, like you said, Kenny, are probably the most loyal of all listeners. And we appreciate you guys that much. And even if the contest didn't get us a whole lot of more viewers or whatever, listeners, that wasn't the point. The point was that we wanted to reward the guys that are here, the people that are here listening to us on a weekly basis, the guys that are paying attention, that are sticking around for the end of the show, as your boy Kenny brought up, right? Those of you who have been dedicated listeners and that wanted to be here and wanted to win this, that's why I did this. So those of you who didn't win this week, there will be another chance. There will be more to come. I'm not going to stop painting. I'm going to keep creating. And I'm going to put another painting in one of your guys' lucky hands. And I hope that you guys appreciate it as much as we appreciate you.
Locally. And let me add to that as well, is that we have to remember is that this is something that was certified by the man, Bo Jackson. So it's not just like, hey, it just looks nice. It looks hella fucking pristine and awesome and all that as well. Like I said, the shading's fucking beautiful, dude. That takes a lot of work, man. But to actually have a dude to be like, yo, whoever did that about me, that's fucking sick. That says a lot, man. So 1 of 1, plus it's from an original pillager right there, making it happen. Hell yeah, dude. It's fucking clean.
I have to say this, your boy Jackson is a very busy man. He has a fundraiser. He does Bull Bikes Bama. And he had to actually do that shit online. He had to do that shit on like an exercise bike. He does like a long bike ride to fundraise for a good cause. And so he's a busy man. I did reach out to him, and we wish that he would be the person to announce the winner of this, because it would only be right? It would only be right that the man himself was able to do that. He didn't get back to me, but like I said, he's a busy man. But Max Crosby, you're next, dog.
Ooh.
So it's out there right now, Max Crosby. This painting will be done.
Shout out.
And when it is, we want to announce the winner with yourself being the one to give us who that name is. So
double X,
badass.
Dos Equis,
So
Max Crosby.
So right now, start adding your boy Max Crosby, drive his DMs crazy, and that way he knows he's up next.
Yeah,
he's up next.
So all apologies, Raiders Hub. All apologies, Raiders Hub. I know this would have looked great next to your Gannon signed mini helmet, but you had no business having Rich Gannon sign your penis in the first place. This is going. This is going on a wall. This is going on a wall.
Hey, Chair. D-Man just came up with the perfect painting for after you're done with your Crosby one. It says Malcolm. That should be your next one, dog.
Oh shit! And that's a man we know we can get on air.
Yeah. That's a man we're not sure if we can get off air. That's the thing.
We will find him in Vegas somewhere, and we will get him to announce that painting. I mean, let's just. I will create that fucking painting, and then we'll decide when that raffle happens, man. Because that's a very special raffle. Right there.
Hey, I have a picture I took with him where we're both throwing up the Wolfpack sign, dog.
Oh shit!
NWO style, dog. Boom.
Hey, we got to get him we got to get that picture where he has the Pillaging Crew's names, the signatures on his Roddy Piper shirt, bro. That's the one right there.
Yeah,
that's the one
with the hangers.
We're on that shit.
Let's go to a phone call really quick. We got one phone call. It is from a couple of weeks ago, but let's listen to it. This is going to harken back to something we were talking about on the last show. So this comes from Pete. We always count on Pete to come up with a great call. So, I'm not calling in twice this week. That's fine. Oh, we got two calls from Pete. We got an older one and we got a new one. So, let's do the old one first.
Kenny Che Kane, brother Wasabi, what's up, Pillagers? This is Pete. How we doing? So, calling this week, Slow Football News Week, and gonna reference last week's episode about Barrett Robbins. And with the wonderful Angry Trask calling in and giving in wonderful insight, this, that, and the other thing, one thing that I mentioned in the live chat. And Kenny, you can fire me from being a freelance caller. I don't work for Pillaging Podcast Network, but anywho, for mentioning another podcast episode, to all my Pillagers, to every Raider fan,
it's all good.
If you want to get to know like what happened with Barrett Robbins a bit more, please listen to the Barrett Robbins episode of Crime in Sports. They're not Raider haters. Give a very justified sense on it. And he was a fucking poster child for misdiagnosis and over-medication and this, that, and the other thing. It's just like, it'd be real informative. We all had a great time learning last week. And my second point is this. When I called in and I was talking draft last week, when I mentioned the 2021 draft, I did not mean to fire up Raider Nation's internet stepdad, the wise and honorable Kane, about drafting a quarterback. I tried to call him with the preface that, you know what, maybe we don't have to. And y'all mentioned a lot of sunshine. Fantastic. But I'm telling you right now, my top 5 quarterback prospects are this. Trey Lance, North Dakota State quarterback. Perfect Gruden quarterback. Dude, like, just look it up. It's going to get real fired up around draft year next time. And I called this around, I think it was around the draft episode last year. And just telling you, keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind, nation. But anyways, thanks for having me on. Late. See y'all later. Have a good one.
Mr. Nesty himself. Good call.
Mr. Nesty time.
Trey Lance, keep your eyes peeled. And this one's from today.
Kenny Che Kane, brother Wasabi. What's up, Pillagers? This is Pete. How we doing? So I called in a few weeks ago, and that call may have gotten canned, but I'm going to start off this call with the first and foremost, most important thing, and that's this.
Your call was not canned. That is fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Never that. Never that.
That never happened.
Brother Kane, happy birthday to the wise and honorable Kane, Raider Nation's internet stepdad, Raider Nation's internet drunk uncle, whatever you like to go by, brother. Happy birthday to you. I hope you celebrated appropriately. And now, Raiders stuff. Saw the notification on YouTube about what this call is going to be, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff, a lot of Raider creation stuff, which is fucking fantastic, and everything else, there, that, and the other thing about what's going on in the nation, about the top 100 list. Most notably would be Rodney Hudson not being included, would be my personal one, would be Trent Brown not being included. And I just got to say something to all this, we're throwing our complaints out there, we're doing this.
Why is Rodney Hudson never invited to the party? Like, what the fuck is up with that? What's up with that? Rodney Hudson never gets an invite to the party. Is he lousy at parties? Is he too popular? Are you afraid that he's going to take all the attention away from you?
Rodney Hudson's going to steal your girl. Yo, that man first of all, shout out Rodney Hudson for getting his degree, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? Getting that degree, bro, okay? This is not just a man that's just like, oh, you know what? I made it. I have a long career in the NFL. I'm making money. He's like, I'm gonna also get myself further educated. I got plans to be on this NFL thing. And that's the reason why he's one of the best centers in the game, because he is a fucking educated man, and he's fucking very smart. You have to be one of the smartest fucking people in the game to play the center position. Those are motherfucking facts.
Mm-hmm. Rodney Hudson doesn't get degrees from college. He gives degrees to colleges, okay?
That's for doing that. I hate to be this guy, but I just got to say, I know it's a player list or this, that, and the other thing. We hired a guy we traded for draft picks 20 years ago to be our coach. We hired a guy who was a draft analyst on the NFL Network to be our general manager. A lot of people don't like that. Gruden and Mayock have proven to be better at their job than a lot of other people in the positions throughout the league. And for anyone who's like, oh, fuck, this list is bullshit or we're not getting any love, we're probably not going to get any love for a long time. We're probably not. Until we beat the fucking Chiefs in their house, or we get a fucking first round bye in the divisional, or until we make it to an AFC championship, or fuck it, win the Super Bowl, we ain't getting no fucking love. I just need to throw that out there to everybody who's talking about, oh, well, we should have, had more guys in the top 100, this, that, and the other thing. I get it. I feel you. I'm with you. But we ain't getting fuck all for love, and we kind of got to eat shit on that as fans for a little while.
This is your first time? This is your first time, Pete?
We do something special. But that's me. Number 2 subject I call in with, talking about training camp stuff, this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to say this right now. There's been a lot of talk about Brian Edwards. I fucking love Brian Edwards. Love his stats. Love his highlights on the YouTubes. But I got to say this. I think that we should treat Brian Edwards like a fucking quarterback, like a rookie quarterback. Let him sit behind for a year. Let him get real healthy. Let him learn the playbook. And in 2021, he's coming to fuck everybody up. Just saying. Know what I mean? Maybe we don't let go of Tyrell Williams, but we trade him for a second round, fifth round pick. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. If there's anybody that's going to be a sleeper coming out of camp, I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of shit
about Tyrell Williams. And then he called back.
I'm not calling in twice this week.
And that's that. Pete's
It'd
been
be amazing if he called in thrice. That'd be pretty awesome.
Pete's been on a roll for about 12 months now. And we're seeing less phone calls. Either that's because it's slow news or you guys are afraid of Pete. But Pete's not going to stop calling, and I'm not going to stop playing his calls. So y'all better get your shit together and pick up the phone, because he's running away. He's running away with caller of the year, and the season hasn't even started yet.
Hey, Mr. Nesty time numero dos is going to be around. It's coming around the way
2 times.
That's right,
and
man.
your boy Pete.
People forgot about the Nesties.
2 times.
1 time. 2 times.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wycliffe.
Nesty time.
Brother Wycliffe. Father Wycliffe. My bad.
Pillaging.
Shout out to Raiders Hub. He says Nick Bosa gets number 17 on the list, and Crosby doesn't make the list. Hey, welcome to Raider Nation, man, where we get none of the love and all the smoke, and you embrace it. We love it. Bring all the fucking hate our way. I don't want to be the darlings in the NFL. I don't want to be a Cinderella team. I want to be shit on. I want to be stepped on. I want this whole team pissed off. I want chips on shoulders. I want backs against the wall. And I want just complete, utter nastiness when they finally I don't care. Fake the test. Cough on the other team. Do dirty shit. I don't care. This is Raider Nation. I want to see loogies flying around that field this year. That's what I want to see.
I want to see Pakis on chips. Fucking on those shoulders right there, dog. Paki chips on their shoulders, dog. Just fire, dude.
I want to see Max Crosby out there with fucking red Paki fucking flavoring on his fingers, bro.
It's part of the uniform.
Fuckers in the eyes.
It's part of the uniform.
Why?
Guys, if you've ever put your foot in the trough at a Raiders game, make sure you smash that like button. If you've ever done a key bump in a Raiders bathroom, go ahead and subscribe to this podcast.
if you've ever had to run like hell to get to the porta potty, make sure you smash that ring button.
Hey, if you ever had to fucking piss from across the porta potty because there was a pile of doo-doo in your way, smash that like button.
If you ever had to break up with your girlfriend, so you couldn't miss a Raiders game, go ahead and hit that like button. Yeah.
If you ever had a bunch of randos just put a bunch of White Claws in your fucking cooler, go ahead and hit that like button.
Man, I emptied out that cooler at the end of the year. There was like one Modelo and 6 White Claws and a bottle of water. I was like,
if you ever found a fucking 5-gallon fucking punch drum and used that as the White Claw cooler, smash my like button.
If you ever finished a bottle of vodka before 10 o'clock in the morning, go ahead and smash that like button. But seriously, guys,
if you've ever thrown in a cup of coffee in the trash can, go ahead and hit that like button. Full cup of coffee.
Hot, son.
All right, guys. Seriously, though, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Click that little bell because we want to see you guys here live. We want to talk to you. The fan interaction, the chat, this makes everything better. You guys, like, you guys tell us we're entertaining you. You're entertaining us. It's reciprocity. And that's how you know I haven't been drinking because I can say that word right now.
I can't.
That's a tough word to say when you're on a couple.
Pass.
Yeah.
I can't say that word because I'm fucking bilingual, bro. Okay, it has nothing to do with those chelas. It's just because I'm bilingual. My tongue don't work that way.
Che is CSL, Chela second language. Guys, it's been awesome this week. And before we get out of here, I want to say thank you for everyone that reached out to check up on me. Everything's cool. I'm fine. I'm back home. Me and my brothers have been playing some disc golf, which is an old pastime of mine that I'm happy to.
And a new pastime of ours.
Yeah.
And mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shout out to your boy Wasabi, the ultimate fucking disc recoverer. This man risked life and limb to get our disc back.
I got
facts.
Yo, shout out. Yo, I was like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, dog. I was just flying out of nowhere, just on the drone, just. Hey, I'm telling you guys, dude, next time I'm going to bring out a lawn chair and a shitload of balloons, and I'm just going to fly over and just get our disc. Like.
So
you got to get one of those big, you got to get a big shop fan, put it on the back, bro, so you can fucking fly around.
So, the fan man, bro.
Hold on. Because a lot of people probably don't know what the hell we're talking about. Disc golf, it's a form of golf. Before you laugh at it, I suggest you go try it. It is very difficult. It is just like golf. You start out pretty good, and you pick up bad habits along the way. It's a good excuse to get out there in the sun, drink a couple beers with your friends. It's a good reason to cuss at a piece of plastic. And what they're talking about is these discs, they get stuck, they get lost, they fly. These discs are engineered to fly 600, 800 feet. Not that any of us can throw them that far, but that's what they're designed to do. The problem is they go places that we don't know. And there's a lot of poison oak out there on the courses. You got to see my man Bobby Wasabi's out there with the plastic bags, the mismatched kitchen gloves, the alcohol, cleaning these discs down, disinfecting on the spot in the middle of the fairway. Dr. Wasabi in full effect. I got a touch of poison oak, and I will say there was no good reason why it took us 7 hours to play a round of golf. There was no reason for that, guys.
There's no good reason. It's a lot of great reasons. We're having a good ass time.
I had a great time, man. I had a great time. But
hey,
facts. But I'm very tired. In a good way. Spent the last 3 days going hard out there hitting the chains, and it feels good to kick back, get back in the studio with you guys, and talk some Raiders football. So hopefully we get some more training camp updates, and hopefully we finally get some definitive word on this season. Man, this seems really amateur that it hasn't happened yet. But
well, one of the pillagers, Lisette, made a very good suggestion, saying that they should videotape all that stuff, man. All the camps, they should videotape that, like, just have it out there and record it, man, for all the folks out there, like, that would normally go out to camp and go watch that. Yeah. Obviously, they ain't going to show everything, but, the certain parts that they would allow the fans to go watch, that would be a great suggestion to actually, go ahead and hook up the people who can't do it, man. And not only that, it kind of gives people a good little outlet, too, if you're, stuck at home and whatnot.
Yeah. If, instead of hard knocks, it's hard coughs, 2020. That was a bad joke. Okay. Guys, that's it for this week's show. Make sure you tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined this week by
your boy Che,
Bobby Wasabi.
And until next time, keep the wind in your sails and the rum in your mug, and pillage on, Raider Nation. We out here. Peace. Go Raiders.
Raiders.
Like a freight train coming, you're blowing the town. Like a diesel motor, you never shut down. With your pistons pumping, you're mowing them down. It's a sight to see, they all lay their money down. When you're gone, mama, hell, you ain't acting right. When you're gone, mama, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, mama, this'll be my last goodbye. When you're gone, gone, gone. When the sky is gray and the night sets in, it's your cue to do it all again. Until the next time I hear your name, or right beside you, now my thoughts to remain. When you're gone, mama, I'll be missing you. When you're gone, mama, I can still see your eyes. When you're gone, mama, this'll be my last goodbye. When you're gone, gone, gone. When you're gone, no one can call on you. When you're gone, I'll be missing you. When you're gone, mama, you still ain't acting right. When you're gone, gone, gone. When you're gone, gone.
peace out, y'all.